Video is for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. Just going to bless the altar for Sagittarius. I call to the angels of the earth. Please look into the Spirit and bring clear messages. Only bring the messages of highest good and intent. From my will to thy will. I move out of the way. Thank you, Spirit. Call to the angels of the earth. Please look into the Spirit and bring clear messages. Only bring the messages of highest good and intent. From my will to thy will. I move out of the way. Thank you. This is for Sagittarius. I call to the angels of the earth. Please look into the Spirit and bring clear messages. Only bring the messages of highest good and intent. Thank you, Spirit. From my will to thy will. I move out of the way. Okay, we're going to get started over here. Let's see what kind of energies come out for Sagittarius. I already shuffled these cards. What I'm going to do is we're going to ride it out for 10 minutes and we'll get what we get out of it. Technically 9 because I used a minute for the blessing, but that's okay. So we got 2 challenge cards coming out. Wow, okay. So right away, guilt kind of flew out. I did place it down in reverse, and that's because I got a feeling that there's somebody who wants to be removed from the guilt that they are feeling for whatever it is that they are feeling. There's definitely some guilt in the room. And then coming out as a challenge is the rebirth card. The rebirth card and the control card. So this is somebody who is probably used to being in control or is having problems with control. Maybe you don't want to let go. Some people hold on too much. And then some people are seeking to gain control. Right? Now, I don't know why, but I feel like somebody is trying to gain control over their thoughts and their feelings, their emotions, some things that are going on inside of their mind that has them feeling guilt. Now, the rebirth card is telling me that they're working on change. This person is working on change, right? Working on being something different. The issue here is what you're trying to be, what you're trying to become is new to you. So what you need to take from that, what you need to accept is that things take time, right? When you have a birth of something, something's coming to existence, it takes time for it to grow and, to blossom into something amazing. So then when it's birthed, it's able to survive by itself, right? Maybe you are trying to take control of your own life and maybe you're used to surviving a certain type of way. So now you're attempting to transition to this new life and it feels a little bit difficult because it's a rebirth. It's something you're not used to being, right? But it's like you are who you are and then you're in a way born again, right? So you're still yourself, but you feel like a new person. You feel like a different person. And this could be coming out as a challenge because sometimes it's hard to accept the new you because you're so used to the old you, right? You've only been the new you for so long, and you could be feeling a little bit guilty about that, or you could be moving out of that space of guilt. Like, I don't want to feel bad for becoming a new person. I'm no longer willing to be guilty about that. Tuning in, coming out in reverse. So this is telling me that what you're hearing is a lot of outside voices. I always tell people it don't matter what we tell to each other. I mean, we do speak to each other. You can speak life into someone, but what matters most is not what other people tell you, but what you tell yourself. And sometimes we take so much from other people. And a big part of that is because when we're a kid, we don't know how to survive ourselves. We survive off what people tell us to do, what people tell us not to do, how people tell us to act, how people tell us not to act. So then when you become an adult and you're transitioning into owning your own life, you might get carried away in the beginning because there's no one there to will you back in or to tell you, no, don't do that, don't be that way, other than what you learned as a kid. But when you start to go through bigger life issues, you can't really count on somebody who you probably counted on when you were a kid, right? My mama was my everything when I was a kid, but there's some things that I go through that I might not be able to count on her for. So now it's like that's a part of my life that I have to get control of. That's the part that I have to hold on, you know? I was just texting a friend earlier and I said, you know, sometimes the waters get choppy and you got to hold on for dear life. And I got a feeling that this is where it's at because you're in a state of confusion and guilt. And it's like, this is rough waters for you. For somebody looking from the outside looking in, it's probably nothing. People don't see it as you do. I'm sorry, Poo Poo. Almost ran my dog over with my chair. But this is something that you're going through and struggling with. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm just tearing him up down here. This is something you're going through and something that you're struggling with. Traveling is in reverse. So this could be telling me that you're afraid to move forward as well. This telling me that you don't even want your mind to venture off. Like you want to be so much in control. I don't know if it's fear of the new you or fear of what you will become. Intensity is in reverse. Like I feel like somebody's uncomfortable with their own new self. And it could be because the outside people aren't really that accepting of it, right? But you're blocking your own in a I want to say breakthrough. I don't know why I hear breakthrough because receptivity is in reverse. So whatever it is that thank you spirit, your new learning source, right? Because when we was little it was like mama told us what to do, daddy told us what to do, but you know now that you're older you have a new source, and I don't think you're receptive to it because it's intense, and it could be scary and things like that. So thank you, Spirit. Anything else? Yeah. So it's intense, and you do need to try again to tune in. Like you know, every chance you get. Well, not every chance you get when you're comfortable. Because sometimes we revert back to who we used to be because we've been that way for so long. I can't believe so many cards are coming out upside down. It's like telling me that you're out of control in the sense like you don't know what to do next. You don't know what choices are good for you, even though they're yours to make. Possibilities in reverse, projections in reverse. It's like you no longer want to live the way a person tells you you're supposed to live or the way that you were used to living, but the possibilities is in reverse too because you can't break yourself out of it. You're trapped in a cycle. Right? You're trapped in some type of mental cycle of like wanting to be different, wanting to gain control, losing control all at the same time, having too much control over certain things, possibly. Maybe you do need to let go a little bit. Let go of what, thank you, Spirit, whatever. Thank you. Let go of whatever it is that's holding you back. Your healing card is here in reverse as well. So you're not healing. I don't know what it is that you're afraid of. Politics, you playing pretend, right? You're so used to being what everybody else needs you to be that you don't know who you are for yourself. And that's slowing down your healing process, coming out as a challenge, isolation. I don't know if you have a problem being around people or if you kind of shut down because you are going through this. You know, sometimes sick animals go off by themselves when they're not feeling good. So I don't know if you want to isolate yourself or you're having a problem with isolating yourself or being isolated. Either way it go, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. It's coming out as a challenge. So it's like you're unsure of that too. Like, goodness gracious. I wanted to come back with these. I feel like I need to give you one of these, but I don't have enough time. But we have guidance here in reverse and going with the flow. It's the only card in the upright. So you're just going with whatever it is that everybody else telling you. But it ain't the guidance that you need because it's not healing you. You're not receptive to it. You're not tuning in. You're just listening to all the voices and you letting it overwhelm you. Like you gotta stop that. You got to stop that. Participate in your own life. Make your choices. They're for you.